המושב הבא שלנו יעסוק במדיניות סין כלפי המזרח התיכון וכלפי ישראל. אנחנו נזמין לבמה 3 דוברים ואחר כך כל אחד יישא את דבריו. ראשון להם השגריר ז'אן יונגשין, שגריר סין לישראל. Your Excellency, please. אחריו יבוא פרופסור יצחק שיחור, אמריטוס, מאוניברסיטת חיפה ומאוניברסיטה העברית. יצחק. ואחרון חביב, חגי שגריר, ראש חטיבת אסיה והפסיפיק במשרד החוץ, שהוא בלי ספק גבוה הדוברים שלנו. Excellency, please.
Bogdanov, General Yadlin, Director of the INSS, Ambassador Madam, Ambassador Aaron, Mr. Shakri, Head of the Bureau of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my great honor to attend the INSS annual conference of Israel-China relations, as this year marks the 25th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Israel. I'm very delighted to see that so many of you are enthusiastic about China-Israel relations and to discuss with you the bright future of China-Israel relations. Needless to say, this annual conference is of great significance. And just now, the General Yadlin told us a story, which is about the contact between our two countries in the early days. And I guess maybe if the Miami government had done a good work, a better work, and maybe the China and Israel could set up our diplomatic ties in the 1950s. But it's very interesting, and it's also my honor today the Miami ambassador join us. Anyway, welcome. As a Chinese ambassador to Israel, I'd like to begin with an advertisement of China, for China. The 19th National Congress of the Communist Party of China will be held in the second half of this year. This conference will be a major event in China's state politicals. I guess many Israeli friends who are interested in China have watched closely about this Congress, since it not only concerns China's development, but will also provide precious opportunities for the development of China-Israel relations. In recent years, the global economy has been sluggish, while China's economy has achieved moderate and stable progress, and the quality and efficiency of growth has been uplifting. In the first quarter of 2017, China's GDP grew by 6.9% on a year-on-year basis. In the first 5 months, China's total import and export grew by 26.5% and 14.8% respectively. Lots of economic experts have raised their expectations on China's economic performance. It's anticipated that in the next 5 years, China will import goods worth of $8 trillion and receive foreign investment of $600 billion, and our outward investment will reach $750 billion. I am very much confident that the long-term fundamentals and the scenario of China's economy will remain positive. The medium to high-speed growth will continue, China's development will surely provide more opportunities for all countries, including Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, since China and Israel established diplomatic ties 25 years ago, the relationship between our two countries has achieved considerable development. And now it is reached a historical height. First, political interaction between the two countries is intensive. Leaders of our two countries have maintained frequent contacts in recent years. In March this year, Prime Minister Netanyahu successfully visited China. President Xi Jinping, Premier Li Keqiang, and Chairman Zhang Dejiang met and talked with him separately. The two countries declared the establishment of an innovative, comprehensive partnership. This not only elevated the overall China-Israel relations, but also pointed out the path of development and the goal of bilateral relations. Second, pragmatic cooperation between the two countries is vigorous. We established two governmental mechanisms, namely China-Israel Joint Committee on Innovation Cooperation and the China-Israel Intergovernmental Economic and Technological Cooperation Mechanism. The two countries have achieved fruitful results in pragmatic cooperation on technological innovation, green agriculture, advanced medical, water treatment, among other fields. Now China is Israel's largest trading partner in Asia and the third largest in the world. From January to May this year, our bilateral trade reached $5 billion, increased by 14.7% compared with the same period of last year. China's exports to Israel increased 10.2%. Imports from Israel increased 27.1%, which is a hard one given the background of a flat world trade. Meanwhile, Chinese companies are dedicating their technical and experience of engineering to Israel's infrastructure construction. The total amount of contracting projects by Chinese companies in Israel has exceeded $3 billion. Third, people-to-people exchanges are flourishing. On the special occasion of the 25th anniversary of the diplomatic relations between our two countries, we saw multiple cultural exchange activities. Recently, PIBA Performance Tour, Chinese Proficiency Competition, Dragon Boat Festival, Chinese Film Festival, and many other activities have enriched the Israeli cultural life. Since the implementation of the 10-year multi-entry visa agreement, reciprocal visits between the two countries have surged. Last year, Chinese visitors to Israel amounted to nearly 80,000, up by almost 70% compared with 2015. I believe the number of people will reach 100,000 this year. And I was told the most scarce talent in Israel is the Chinese guide. Ladies and gentlemen, having summarized the development of our relationship in the past 25 years, I very much look forward that China and Israel work hand in hand, seize the opportunities, and jointly push forward the innovative, comprehensive partnership. First, we should strengthen policy communication and consolidate mutual trust. The two countries should maintain close high-level exchanges and strengthen top-level design for the orientation and the direction of our bilateral relations. We should strengthen communication on bilateral, regional, and international major issues of common concerns. expand mutual understanding and trust, and cement the political foundation of the partnership. Second, we should deepen pragmatical cooperation, promote mutual benefit, and win-win results. After I came to Israel, I often hear this saying, Israel excels at building from 0 to 1 and bring forth the new from the old. While China is good at developing from 1 to 100 and making small, larger, and stronger. This vividly shows that China and Israel have complementary advantages, huge potential, and broad space for cooperation. We should give full play to the existing China-Israel Joint Committee on Innovation Cooperation and the China-Israel Intergovernmental Economic and Technological Cooperation Mechanism, deepen pragmatical cooperation on profound science, modern agriculture, clean energy, biomedicine, water treatment, and other fields. We should implement the 10-year multi-entry visa agreement in a serious and comprehensive manner so as to facilitate the expansion of cooperation and exchanges for both sides. We should steadily boost cooperation on port, light rail, and other infrastructure construction projects. Actively discuss cooperation in third-party markets. Forge a green and fast lane to achieve results as early as possible on FTA negotiations. Create a more favorable condition for the development of our relations and ultimately achieve mutual benefit, win-win cooperation, and common development. Third, we should enhance public connection and carry forward traditional friendship to future generations. Both countries should always remember our friendship, which has lasted for generations, and the history of our people jointly fighting against fascism during the Second World War. At the same time, we should continue to have rich and manifold cultural exchanges and people-to-people activities in culture, education, science and technology, tourism, sports, youth, and many other fields. We need to forge a series of brand projects and products that are popular to both nations. It will also be conducive to bring people closer, collect public opinion, and cement the public foundation of our bilateral relations. Ladies and gentlemen, Israel is an important country in the Middle East. Here I would like to take this opportunity and share with you my thoughts on China's policy on the region. China hopes the Middle East region achieves long-term peace and order. The Middle East is a land of beauty and abundance. Yet we are painted to see it is still plagued by war and conflict. Well, where the Middle East go? This is the question the international community keeps asking. The people here want less conflict and suffering, more peace and dignity, which is also the ardent wishes of China. On the Israel-Palestinian conflict, as a permanent member of the UN Security Council, China always pays high attention to the peace progress between Israel and Palestine. We appointed a special envoy for the Middle East 15 years ago to promote peace talks. We support the legal rights of the Palestinian people. We also maintain that Israel's right to exist and reasonable concern about security must be respected. China has a good relationship with both Israel and Palestine. We will make good use of this advantage and promote Israel-Palestinian relationship together with the international community. In terms of a Syria issue, Under the joint efforts of the international community, the dual tracks of Astana talks and the Geneva talks provide a feasible opportunity for political settlement. China maintains that the international community should encourage all parties in Syria to hold on ceasefire, keep dialogue, and work out a solution that can be accepted by all as soon as possible. Speaking of anti-terrorism, terrorism is the common enemy of all mankind and poses a severe threat to peace and development. China resolutely opposes all forms of terrorism. In order to maintain world peace and stability, we are willing to pull international consensus to jointly cooperate on anti-terrorism. At the same time, double standards in counter-terrorism should not be adopted. Nor should terrorism be pegged to specific people or religions, because it can only create national and religious estrangement. No policy can work effectively alone. Counter-terrorism must take comprehensive policies and treat both symptoms and root causes. On the issue of the interstate relations in this region, China stands for fairness and justice, and seeks to be sincere friends with all. We don't add fuel to disputes, but take a constructive attitude and go and advise all parties to seek common grounds while sharing differences, and resolve controversy and disputes through political dialogue. China hopes that Middle Eastern countries can achieve sustainable development. The sustainable development of Middle Eastern countries and pleasant life for Middle Eastern people are not only the local people's wishes, but also the root of achieving peace and stability in this region. China's own experience fully shows that there is no panacea for all disease, nor is there a development model that can be universally applied. There is more than just one path leading to modernization. The diversity of historical backgrounds determines the diversity of the development paths in the Middle Eastern countries. When exploring development paths, one will get nowhere by blindly copying others. Only by proceeding from one's own reality can the right path be found. The development paths of the Middle Eastern countries can only be determined by their own people in light of their history, culture, and the level of economic and social development. Only by sticking to one's own development path can the path become broader, smoother, and longer. China is willing to work with all countries and make win-win cooperation. In history, ancestors of Chinese and Middle Eastern peoples treated mountains and lakes, surpassed settlements of different cultures, nations, and people of different colors, crossed regions of Buddhism, Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, and forged the ancient Silk Road that connected the Yellow River, the Yangtze River, the Nile River, the Tigris River, and the Euphrates River. The ancient Silk Road featured mutual benefit, win-win cooperation, openness, and inclusiveness. Today, China actively promotes the Belt and Road Initiative. China pursues common prosperity of all countries, including the Middle Eastern countries, instead of a narrow one of limited countries. At present, China harbors a broad market, abundant capital, and excellent manufacturing capacities. China has adopted the principle of innovative, coordinated, green, open, and shared development. China and the Middle Eastern countries can share the benefits of the Belt and Road Initiative by extensive consultation, joint construction, deepening and expanding cooperation in energy, trade and investment, infrastructure construction, high-end technology, and many other fields. China welcomes Middle Eastern countries to jump on the bandwagon of the Chinese express train of development and achieve joint progress and common growth. China's policy to the Middle East has always maintained an objective, fair, balanced, and responsible attitude. Instead of forming cliques or taking sides in the Middle East, we actively promote peace talks and work on political solutions. Instead of interfering in the internal affairs of other countries or exporting ideology, we support countries to take the path that is consistent with their own national conditions. Instead of seeking any sphere of influence, we call on all parties to join the circle of friends for development. Instead of attempting to fill the vacuum, we build a cooperative partnership network for win-win outcomes. All in all, China is willing to become a constructor of peace, a promoter of development, and a favorable partner of win-win cooperation in the Middle East. 多大吧？